back to the Shed of Dread. Let's get to it. Right then, so, unless you've lived under a rock for the last few days, I'm sure nearly every single person on the planet is aware of the issue going on between Israel and the Palestinians, where we are all fully aware Hamas went in and did something, and now Hamas is shitting itself because Israel are coming back at them. And we've talked about this, and we will talk about this no more, no doubt. And on that thing, I have actually got a poll up on Facebook, on Twitter, and on YouTube, asking whether or not I should have a separate channel for political things. And it's really a close run thing, so I haven't decided just yet. I'll let you know when that comes. So, all over the world, everything's been projected with the Israeli flag to show support for the Israelis because, let's be honest, whether it's right or wrong, it doesn't matter about history. They were attacked their innocent people were slaughtered, and some disgusting and horrible things have occurred. And so it is right to show support for Israel. Well, unless, of course, you're the FA, who are absolutely cacking themselves because they don't want to upset someone. Any case, let's get to it. So, FA unlikely to light Wembley Arch with colours of the Israeli flag. This is by Shamoun Hazif and Dan Rowan from the BBC Sport, the wonderful BBC. We'll talk about them in another video. The Football Association is unlikely to light Wembley Arch in the colours of the Israeli flag because of fears of a backlash from some communities. No, a single community. Yep. The idiots who run around waving their flags, celebrating. No, it wasn't a demonstration. It was celebration of evil, sick, twisted individuals doing horrendously horrible things to women, children, and old age pensioners because they are cowards. But we've covered that, and we will cover that in other videos. The UK government has written a letter encouraging governing bodies of sport to appropriately mark the attacks in Israel this week with a show of support for the victims. The government has not specifically asked the FAA to light the Wembley Arch, so the Wembley Arch will not be lit because they're shitting themselves, because they daren't upset anyone, which is the biggest problem in this country. In fact, it's the biggest problem in the Western world at this present moment in time. Rather than lighting the arch, BBC Sport understands a message of peace and unity will be conveyed before England face Australia in a friendly on Friday. But of course, this will be the same friendly where our players, which is why I don't watch any England matches anymore, and which is why I've pretty much gone on football, because they will take the knee in support of the BLM, who have come out in support of Hamas. So therefore, you are taking the knee to support an organisation that supports terrorism. But that's fine, because that'll make the communities you'll fear of backlash from happy. And as long as they're happy, fuck everybody else. Any case, the FA has been in touch with the Football Australia to confirm there will be some form of acknowledgement for the victims before kick-off. Bollocks, it'll be pointless. Last year, the FA lit the arch blue and yellow colours to the Ukrainian flag in solidarity with the country that was invaded by Russia. Right then, so that's fine. That's okay, but not the other one because we're scared. Even though, yeah. The death toll in Israel from Hamas attacks has reached 1,200, while more than 1,100 people have been killed in Israeli airstrikes on Gaza. The thing is, whether you agree with it or not, 1,200. Look, before we go any further, whether you like it or not, whether you're happy about it or not, the simple truth of the matter is, when there's war, innocents die. As far as I'm aware, excuse me, and as the evidence gives it, the Israelis give people plenty of time to get out of where they're going to bomb them, and it's because Hamas hiding amongst their civilian population. And that's done on purpose. Any case, the FA, Premier League and individual clubs have not yet commented on the ongoing conflict between Israel and Hamas. No, well, of course they won't, because they're cowards. The FA meeting took place on Wednesday. A decision on how to mark the attacks is expected to be made on Thursday morning, which is when this video goes out. Tomorrow. No, today, Thursday, while I'm recording this, and haven't heard anything. Some in attendance told FA executives that lighting the arch could be divisive. It's okay when it's blue and yellow. It's okay when we light it up here in the picture as a mark of respect for the reflection of the COVID dead who didn't die of COVID. But that's another video for another time. But that's okay, because that's not divisive at all, is it? No, because It's not divisive because anyone who questions it is wrong. Yeah. It's like lighting it up for blue and yellow for Ukraine. That's okay because if you argue with it, you're wrong. But in this one, oh, well, you see, we might upset a few idiots, so we best not do it. Doesn't matter if all the other things fucking annoy other people and other minorities, but no, that's fine. It's understood that senior officials are wary of the perception they might be taking sides in the Middle Eastern conflict. Not surprising this being written by the BBC, not surprising with the FA, who will take the knee for BLM, but nothing else. Officials from the Department of Culture, Media and Sports, the DCMS, wrote to major sports and government body on Wednesday asking them to show support for the victims of Hamas attacks and reference precedents in sport. In the light of the attacks in Israel, on the behalf of the Secretary of State, we'd encourage you to mark the event appropriately in line with the previous events where the sport has come together, i.e. lighting it up blue and yellow with a Ukrainian flag. But of course, we can't do that. The former FA chairman, David Bernstein, who was Jewish, really, thanks for that, told the Daily Telegraph he was shocked and hurt by the governing body's lack of response to the attack because they're cowards, because they're left-wing idiotic morons who daren't say anything at all other than support. And yeah, on Tuesday at UEFA's headquarters in Lyon, FA chair Debbie Hewitt told BBC Sports editor Dan Rowan that the association was certainly considering some kind of show of support for the innocent victims after the horrific scenes over the weekend. So you're going to celebrate both, are you? As we get close to the game on Friday, we'll give you some thought on how best to recognise our concern. Take the fucking knee and pretend it's that, because that's what you do now. England manager Gareth Southgate is likely to be asked about the issue, but he's already told us that taking the knee is to educate us stupid thick twats, so fuck him. Addressed the media on Thursday. FIFA has yet to issue a statement about the violence, nor has the Premier League, with no matches until after the international break. That'll be interesting to see. Several Jewish supported groups, including the Arsenal and Chelsea, have released statements on Wednesday condemning silence within the wider football community and accusing authorities of tying themselves in knot, trying to work out how to mark the atrocities. Absolutely 100% right. Meanwhile, Arsenal have spoken to their squad about the wider implications of posting messages around the conflict on social media. Fair enough. Ukrainian fullback Alexander Zidenko, sorry if I pronounced that wrong, published a post saying, "I stand with Israel." While Egypt midfielder Mohamed Enli has changed his profile picture to social media to a Palestine flag. Neither player has been told to remove the post or profile pictures, but they're made aware of the reaction and impact those could have if you. Yeah. Ukrainian guy, yeah, okay, because he's Ukrainian, he feels that Israel are pretty much like Ukraine, except of course Ukraine are getting shitloads more money, which we don't see any of, and as it turns out, quite a lot of the weapons that are being used to come from the Ukraine themselves. In any case, whereas Mohamed Enli, they won't take him to change his thing because he celebrates murdering bastards. Arsenal is also hosting an anti-Semitic workshop on Thursday aimed at educating staff on the issue. Although this is a pre-planned event as a long-term approach to inclusivity and diversity at the club, those horrible words which mean neither or neither, as opposed to a reaction to the recent conflict. So, surprise, surprise, the BBC, the FA and football won't say anything, but they will on every match take the knee to support BLM, who have now sworn their support towards Hamas, which means they're now supporting a terrorist group, so you should stand up. Ever since they've been taking the knee in football, I've not watched a single fucking football match. I've not gone to a football match. I'm not interested in football anymore, because as soon as you do that, you make it about politics, which apparently football isn't supposed to do, but it is when it suits, in case it upsets a tiny minority of people. What a messed up world we live in, ladies and gentlemen. Really, really do. As for the game, surprise, surprise, am I going to watch it? I'm sure they'll take the knee. I'm sure they'll give some fucking hollow, pointless shit out about it. And mention both sides, because that's the best thing to do. But do it quietly, just in case you upset the wrong type of people. With that, I'm done. Social media links are in the description down below. With that, all you need to do is, before you go out the shed, before you leave through that wonderful door that's just located, just here. There you go. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button and ding that bell if you want to see some more videos like this. And I'll catch you later. Now, please, get out the shed. You know, the one that's covered in a Union Jack.